So what if I told you that one single free tool from Google could replace pretty much every paid AI subscription you have right now? That's the big promise we're digging into today. We're looking at a tool that wants to be your all-in-one assistant for, well, everything research, writing, creating, you name it. Look, if you're juggling and paying for multiple AI tools for a bunch of different tasks, the message here is pretty clear. It might be time to just stop. There's a better all-in-one and yeah, completely free way to do things that could honestly change your whole workflow. So what's Google's answer to all this tool overload? Well, it's a really powerful product called NotebookLM. And you need to know it's built on a completely different idea than most eyes you probably played with. Okay, the secret sauce is this idea of being grounded. See, unlike other AIs that are just drinking from the fire hose of the entire internet notebook, LM builds its brain only from the documents, the links, and the notes that you give it. It becomes your own personal, super focused expert on your stuff. This whole thing really rests on three core promises. First, it only uses your sources, period. It's not going to go wandering off on the internet. Second, because of that, you get zero hallucinations. Every single answer, every fact is backed by citation you can click on and check for yourself. And third, it's not just another chatbot. It's an all-in-one creative studio. This slide right here just nails the difference. You know, other AIs are like this huge chaotic public library. But NotebookLM, it's your personal, perfectly organized bookshelf. It's not about knowing everything in the world. It's about knowing everything you've given it with perfect accuracy. Okay, so what does this grounded actually look like in practice? How do you go from a messy pile of research notes to a totally polished piece of content? Let's get into it. Just imagine this little 10-minute power move. You start with a simple question, right? And NotebookLM spits out a full-on research report with dozens of sources. But here's the really slick part. You then take that new report and feed it back into NotebookLM as a source, and with one click, it creates a gorgeous slide deck from it. And the quality, I mean, that's what's so wild. It's powered by this thing. Google calls it Nano Banana model, which is just a fancy name for tech that's amazing at getting text or images to look just right. The result is a clean, professional presentation that's genuinely ready for a big meeting in minutes. And it goes way, way beyond just presentations. You can drop in a 3-hour video and get the key points in 30s, or and get this. You can generate an entire multi-host podcast about your research in over 80 languages. You can even create awesome infographics in all these cool styles, or just instantly turn one video into a bunch of social media posts. Okay, but this next feature, this is the real jaw dropper. The ability to go from just a plain text script to a fully animated explainer video automatically. This is where things get kind of insane. The process is so simple, it's almost hard to believe. You just upload your text, pick a style. You can go from heritage to anime and you click generate. And what you get is a complete video with a voiceover, with animation, with editing. This is the kind of thing that used to take a whole team, animators, editors, voice actors, and now it happens in minutes for free. But look, NotebookLM isn't just for content creators. It's also an amazing personal assistant for learning and organizing your life. Let's see how it can totally change up your daily tasks. Let's paint a picture we've all been in. It's the night before a huge exam and you're just staring at this mountain of textbooks, notes, and articles. It's totally overwhelming. But what if you had a secret weapon? Here is the ultimate study hack. You just dump everything. Textbooks, notes, even YouTube lecture videos into a notebook. With one click, it makes a mind map showing how all the ideas connect. Then it creates flashcards for you. And finally, it quizzes you on everything and even explains why you're wrong. Answers were wrong. It's a complete automated study system. So what about all that messy random information we all have, from a dozen different websites and documents? Well, that's where the data table feature comes in. Think of it like your personal data wizard. Let's say you're planning a trip to Japan. You've got a bunch of blog posts, some videos, a few websites. Instead of copying and pasting everything into a spreadsheet, you just ask NotebookLM to organize it for you. You tell it, you want columns for cost, travel details, and highlights from reviews, and boom, it pulls all that info out of all your sources and puts it in a perfect little table that you can even export to Google Sheets. So when you pull all of this together, the content creation, the learning tools, the organization, what's the big advantage here? What makes this so compelling? Well, here's the kicker. Everything we just talked about, the video creation, the study guides, the data tables, all of it is on the free plan. There are no hidden fees, no premium tiers for the cool stuff. It's just free. And this isn't just some clunky desktop tool. The full experience is right on your phone. So you basically have a superpower in your pocket. You can listen to your audio summaries while you're commuting, download notes for flight, and even use your phone's camera to just snap a picture of a document and add it to a notebook. And you should know this isn't just some random side project notebook. LEM is now connected to Gemini, which is Google's main AI. This means you can take all that specialized knowledge you built in your notebooks and use it to power your conversations in the bigger Gemini ecosystem. It's all part of one big connected plane, which, brings us all the way back to the beginning. If one free tool can do the work of a dozen different paid subscriptions for research, for writing, for making videos, for studying, it really makes you ask the question, what exactly are you still paying for?